What is that? This is tight.
Twilight Tiger.
This is at an angle, by the way.
I know.
Good job we took the wheels off the cups. Otherwise we'd have trouble. A trouble? Yeah. Otherwise you'd have a trouble. Good morning.
It is
What's
morning.
happening?
Dear me.
What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the MD Vodcast.
We made it with a hot drink this time, although we'll be short for a second.
Yeah, it's taken us a long time to set up these microphones.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. I'm not sure if that's going to even be working that well, but sure.
Mine's picking up at least
You
the
know
guy
you-
behind me.
Yeah,
So.
you know yourself. I forgot the microphone stand in my other studio because we're in the middle of transitioning from this space, we'll call it,
Yeah.
to moving the vodcast
permanent.
thing. Yeah,
More
exactly.
permanent, definitely.
And I moved the mic stand and the tripod, so we've had to make do with a bunch of stuff, investing basically in some cable ties, which are working, to be fair.
Yeah, it was pretty good. You have to think on your feet
Yeah.
these days. Don't you just making sure it's recording actually? I'm paranoid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so we've got a table because we've wanted a table for a while because there's this weird like crotch thing going on where we sit with the cross legs. And
somebody pointed out that that like I sit weirdly, like I'll just get when you get too relaxed, like
Yeah.
we were saying in common conversation, I'll just get too relaxed. I'll just sit with my legs crossed and I just look like someone's dad, just like telling someone off.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're telling me this weird story and I'm just sitting with my legs crossed going. So it's now. I'm glad this is here because now you can.
I was very consciously trying to sit with my legs crossed that way.
Alpha stance?
Otherwise I sit with like the legs crossed like that. That's how I normally sit with my legs crossed. People are like, why are you sitting with your legs like that?
Two nannies in a knitting circle.
Yes.
That was us.
Yeah.
That was what we looked like. Pretty much anyway. So what have you been up to this week?
What have I been up to this week? Catching up, just work bits and pieces. It's been manic the last couple of weeks. I've just been insane with work. So just been answering quotes and trying to do bits and pieces and fit new work in, and it's been mind numbing. I need an assistant to help me do that. That's a hint to my wife, by the way. Any danger of some help?
Yeah.
What about you?
Pretty much the same. Working, and then trying to juggle a full-time job, and then obviously we've got like the whole life thing going on, like with kids and stuff. It just seems to be like do you know whenever like a week's passed and you feel like it's still the Monday afternoon, like you don't know where it's went.
Yeah.
Imagine that's pretty much this week. Like I'm now sitting here with Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's like, where the flip did that even week go? Like, what did I do? Do you know, if you ever got went for driving your car and you've arrived at a destination, you don't know
That's been
how
this week.
you got. Like how did you get here? Like, I don't actually remember driving down that road. Like, was everything okay? Did I kill anyone on the way? Like, that's what it feels like. That's pretty much this week. Just the daily stuff has just seemed to consumed my whole time.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick it goes. I don't think it helps in winter as well because you shut down your day a bit earlier. I find you get the point where you're like, I'm done with this day. You know, that's like it's like 4:00. I'm like, wow, that's that day come to an end.
Yeah.
It's like I'm filming something this afternoon and my wife's working, so the kids are coming with me to film. So
right,
like,
okay. Good luck.
assistants, 2 gaffers, right, kids?
Yeah, good luck.
Stand there. You hold a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Need to teach them to do things.
Yeah.
Give them boom poles and stuff.
I was doing a video with my my daughter. I had this idea with like my 1-year-old. He's now 1 next week. And like my middle daughter. I had this idea that like it was actually Lindsay's idea. I'm not gonna take credit for it. But wanted me to film it. But we all had to kind of dress the same to make it work. And my daughter was like, I don't want to wear jeans. And like even getting her to put on the clothes that we needed was difficult. So good luck with that.
I know. Well, we went for dinner the other day, and my wee daughter was the same idea. She dressed herself, and I was like, "What are you wearing?" She's like, "I'm wearing a unicorn outfit." I was like, "We're going for dinner.
You don't want to trample
You're
her
definitely
dreams.
not wearing a unicorn outfit." She was
I
like,
get that.
"So like, then you have to explain, like you have to do that white lie, you know." I'm totally fine with you wearing that unicorn outfit to that, but that restaurant has a strict no unicorn policy.
Yeah.
You know, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, fair enough. That's the only way I can reason around."
Yeah, that was like we went to a wedding, and my daughter was like, "I want to wear a pink glittery DMs."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're like, "No, look, you look beautiful in pink glittery DMs, but it's a wedding." You know what I mean? Like I'm wearing stuff I don't want to wear.
Yeah.
I loved what I was wearing.
Yeah. I'm wearing a suit. I hate wearing suits. I hate looking smart. You know. I also want to wear glittery shoes and my pajama trousers, but that's not acceptable on this occasion.
And a shirt of your mum's that's just tied in the middle.
Yeah.
You look real cool, but you know, the guest might have a problem, but anyway, yeah, so.
I know, it's hard reasoning with them. And I get that, like my one's at that age where she's just like, she'll do whatever the hell she likes. So today I'm like, right, you have to help me film stuff, which is okay because it's up in the studio, but it's still going to be like, the amount of times like they'll come into my office when I'm doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes they'll come in when I'm doing Instagram live and I'm like, all right. And they stand and go, they just look at the camera and I'm like, can you go away?
Or interact. Give me something.
Can you
here.
just, exactly.
I look at it like
you point the camera at them and they just go, and you're like, no, say what you just said to me off camera.
Yeah.
Well then you're useless.
It's like a wee boy now, he's like walking, you're sitting with like, sitting with the iPad on my knee and I was drawing something and he comes up and like, if he's got like your phone or he's got something like that, he just does this.
Oh right, yeah, just
so
swipes down.
You'll just walk up, but dead delicately go, and just delete everything you've done.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to like, push him over.
Yeah. Well, have you seen what my kid did to my Netflix?
No.
So we've got the Netflix logged in and it's like on the TV and it's got your different accounts. So it's got Pamela, my account, so that when you come back, it's like continue watching. Otherwise, we'd continue watching Rugrats every single day. You go into his, so they've got their own one. So the other day, my son worked out how to change settings on the TV. Mm-hmm. So he changed all of his Netflix to Japanese. So now no one knows what the heck's going on. So now everything's in Japanese. Obviously the shows aren't, but the menu system's all in Japanese. So now no one knows what's happening. But then he changed our profile name from Pamela and Dylan to Butthole. So now when you log on, it comes up, welcome back, Butthole. So I was sitting there and turned Netflix on. Welcome back, Butthole. Continue watching, Butthole.
You can't even be angry.
And I looked at him and I was like, who changed my name? He was like this.
You can't even be angry at that. That's nice. Pretty cool. Mine keeps changing my profile picture on Netflix.
Oh, right,
so like
right.
it says Mark. My daughter calls me Bro.
Okay.
She's like, all right, Bro. Everything's Bro. And she changed mine to Mark Bro.
Mark Bro.
And then she keeps changing it between Will Smith.
Yeah, obviously.
Will Smith and like
uncanny.
a hippo. Oh. I'm like, God. And she thinks that's hilarious. So like every time she's like.
Yeah, it's when she superimposes a beard onto the hippo.
Yeah,
that's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, so it's like this running joke, and then they're the dorks. I always call them the dorks. So they're dork 1 and dork 2, and then I have a freeloader, my mate, who's a complete freeloader. Okay. But I just change his all the time anyway. Fucking kids, man.
Yeah, it's kind of amusing that. So this week, we launched a new segment of this show.
See, even right now, you've said this week. I was like, was that this week?
That was this week. That was in this lifetime.
Dear me, that felt like
2 days ago, dude.
It feels longer.
2 days ago.
It definitely feels longer, but it was good. I really liked it. Yeah. I really loved it. Like,
so Mark Bro and I basically decided to do this. We had
Mark Bro and Butthole. Yeah. Change this whole thing. Yeah.
So what we did, right, is we had this idea last year where we were struggling to get consistency with this podcast thing, and we were like, right, what else could we do that would be a bit more fluid, I guess, for us and allow us to, because if you do this every day or you were to do them more regularly, I mean, I knew with the YouTube videos, the more I did them, the more relaxed I got.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to get relaxed in what we're doing when it's like 2 weeks apart. See you later, buddy. 2 weeks later, what are we doing? How do we set the mic up?
And then there was also like there's the scheduling things, which is just logistics.
Yeah.
And then there was like we recorded stuff in fairness, listen to us court.
Yeah.
We did actually record stuff sometimes, but when we listened back, we weren't happy, or we said some things we're like, that doesn't really fit what we're doing, and we got very kind of a wee bit more regimented about what we wanted, I think, and then we just really relaxed it up. But the idea that we had was just as a way of doing it, but without the structure.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, it was the thing that we should have done at the very start.
Yeah, a lot of the episodes of the podcast happened because of a conversation the two of us are having. So we're walking down the street. Mark and I both work in the city, so I'll maybe bounce out for lunch and bump into him, and we're just walking, having a chat, having a laugh, and we were like, we should record this conversation.
Yeah.
And just do this as like a short video, because when we did the reason this is a vodcast, not a podcast, is because we're idiots and didn't do the research.
Yeah.
No, it's because we wanted to do a vertical video. That was the thing. We wanted to do this on IGTV.
Yep.
And then we were like, boom, we had this cool idea. We set up. So the first couple of episodes, I think, were filmed on 3 cameras. So
that's why. I think that's why when you go like to the second one, I want to say the second one, we did a thing about Instagram stories. It's because we wanted to keep it very factual about vertical video.
Yeah.
But that was just a nightmare.
Yeah, and the main thing is we didn't anticipate that IGTV has a limit to 10 minutes unless you're a verified account.
We worked that out on the day, didn't we?
I was like, upload. And that garage door is just opened to the world. Should we shut?
Just in case, people pop us.
In case someone's listening in for content ideas. What are Butthole and Bro Mark doing?
Yeah.
Please hold while we try to connect you. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
This is my garage, by the way, so that's like just the door to my garden.
Door to the world.
So yeah, we were like, so we wanted to do it on IGTV, and that didn't work because when we went to upload, we realized 10-minute limit. So we were like, well, we thought, let's upload it in 4 parts,
Nightmare.
and literally no one gave a shit.
Because like we would have
You had to upload them backwards as well, didn't you? So people could watch them in the right order.
But not only that, I
Ridiculous.
was thinking to myself, people will get this.
Yeah.
They'll look at the
Yeah,
title
yeah.
and see part 1.
Mm.
But then realise that part 4 had more views than part 1 did.
Yeah.
I was like, they haven't watched this in order. Do
Yeah.
you know what? It's their fault.
Yeah. Well, because either we keep doing it this way and have to hand out a manual.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Just
Yeah.
read this 40-page manual. This
It
is how
was-
you digest our content.
It was a struggle we didn't need.
No,
I think.
no.
But the idea was there, like the idea of maybe making it. We wanted to still keep a vertical video, like
Yeah.
do it in some way, because it's around. We
Yeah.
have to,
And in the words of Mr. McKinnon, done is better than perfect. We were like, let's just keep doing this and just put some content out
Yeah.
and see what the hell happens with it.
Yeah.
And that's sort of, we're making this up as we go along. And it's kind of changing and evolving into its own thing. So we were like, well, if we work to the 10-minute limit, what if we do an IGTV video that's a 10-minute podcast of us just dandling about? And then we were like, well, let's do it without any edits. Let's not take any takes. Let's not have a topic to discuss. Let's just meet.
Because if this takes enough time,
Yeah.
you don't want to add to the workload.
No.
So it had to be like one take. We just meet up. We don't even have a topic. We
No.
might just be going for lunch, and that was kind of the idea of it. I think
Yeah.
it was. But I really enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
really good. It was pure. It was like the coldest morning I think
Oh,
we've
yeah, yeah.
had. And we decided to go for it. There was like ice everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, it
but
was
if
a
you
bit
haven't seen
sketchy.
it, it lives on our IGTV. Go and watch it and let us know what you think. It was
Yeah, we'll do the links.
do the links, definitely do. And I actually got good feedback too, which I really liked. It was dead. It was whenever we got to like I thought this is going to be no problem because we would do stories through Belfast and not really care much about people looking at you. But when you're both together with a bigger camera, you're like, what are these two douches to actually do?
Yeah.
Like it was 9 o'clock in the morning, so it was
Yeah.
rush hour traffic, and we got to like a crossing and didn't sort of like we then had to wait on traffic with like 14 people behind
And that
us.
wasn't even something we'd really considered,
No, I didn't even think
until
about
it
it.
happened. It was
No,
like, oh,
because in your
we
head,
have to wait, yeah.
In your head, you always like plan a video and go, and you know what, I'll go for a coffee, and you're like, and then you'll film getting a coffee, and then it comes to film and getting a coffee, and you're like, nah.
And at the lights normally, if you're doing an Instagram story, when the light thing happens and you get the traffic lights, boop, push the button, you're like that with your phone.
Yeah,
And you stand real stealth, like as if you weren't filming yourself.
exactly.
And then when everyone's moved off, that's when you whip the camera.
Yeah.
But we had the camera and it had to roll, so we were just like,
yeah, like
oh, this is still rolling.
and I liked
Keeps in the
it's-
background.
It's the
doing
possibilities of it, like
Yeah.
like just like wee things, like what if you tripped and fell?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like what
Someone
if
said to me they would walk into a wall or something. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
there was a couple of times where we were walking up steps. I was like, this is weird to navigate.
Yeah.
Like I've never thought about this.
Yeah.
Normally we would do that there vlog thing. We just like
Yeah,
cut it out,
skip
but-
through the step bit.
But it would make it interesting. It would make it it's pretty cool. I really like the concept.
We've
of
got
it.
the point where we want to be able to walk. We want to do it so we can walk right through the middle of the city centre.
Yeah.
And just do the talk, and in the hope that people interact in a
Yep.
funny way. You know, like someone comes up and just talks. That's kind of
Yeah,
like
that'd be hilarious.
so take it like a walking talk show,
Yeah.
which is why it's called Walk and Talk, by the way. Which we never haven't explained that yet. So Walk and Talk's the concept behind it. And really, when we started this entire thing, what we wanted to do with this podcast, remember this, was we were like, what sort of thing could we keep as a constant? So we were going to have these 2 chairs, which I've since chucked out. We were going to have these 2 chairs, and we were going to always record the podcast on these chairs in different locations. And we had this dream of doing it on top of the moorings. But then the fact is, look at all the shit that we need to do this.
I know. It's
And
not,
we're still making it up. So we were like, well, so the idea of having a podcast on the move or in different locations was it was part of the concept of what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So that's where that's come from. That's like it's a little brother version of the
Yeah, it's real good.
podcast.
It's really it's nice to do something like that right away. You can see where it's going.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, it's good fun. Like,
It
and it
was good
was.
fun.
So obviously, I've learned a few things. I'm definitely not. I'm gonna hold the camera with the other hand
And then swap it between.
because the inside arm.
Yeah, because
And
I
like
was like
a minute in, I was like, oh, this is sore.
And do you know what? See, in my head, I was like, do you know what? I might take the camera, but then it was so cold. I was like, I'm not
I
taking
know.
my hands out of my
You were
pocket.
just
And
like,
you
"It's
have gloves
so
on.
fun." I know.
We
I
should
know.
just bring a pair of gloves and just wear one each.
We'll get to the point where we have someone just walking backwards,
Of course.
just filming us on like a red
Yeah.
vertical.
Yeah. And then a boom
Yeah, boom light.
lighting. Bring
Yeah,
the lights with
yeah.
us. But my batteries. Just where's your kids at?
Yeah. I was thinking.
Get the kids
Right,
involved.
guys, get in one of those suits. You know, the camera just like.
Yeah.
What would be interesting as well? I would like the idea of trying to do it on a 360 cam. I think like an Insta 360 would be brilliant.
It would be probably a lot easier just to carry one of those, but then are they not a nightmare to edit?
No,
I thought you had difficulty with the 360. Do you
the
not do it?
GoPro 360,
Oh, right, okay,
the Fusion.
Hell on earth.
That was awful thing.
Yeah.
But the Insta 360 looks pretty good because then you just pick your. Because then if someone goes ew from the side, you just change the camera angle, point it at that goofball,
Yeah.
and just pull it back to
That's
us.
a good idea.
Because then it's all happening continually. Because then there's a lot of me having to move the camera, like zip, 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 which I quite like.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do more of. I think, but it was quite interesting. So
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Let us know what you think. If
So,
you haven't seen it.
Yeah, if
already.
you haven't seen it, watch it. If you have watched it, comment.
Just interact. God damn it.
It'd be quite funny. Here in London last week.
Yep.
Oh, look at
I
that
was going to
stupid
say.
thing.
I was going to say
What's the
there.
point?
Our timer's gone.
In London last week.
Yep.
I've been giving Mr. Ryan Say,
Mm-hmm.
a hard time for not doing stories in the centre of London more. And then,
He's pretty efficient with his desk.
yeah,
His stories all kind of function around his desk.
he has a good desk there.
Does have a solid
He's
desk.
got one of those.
Actually? Does it move?
I have one that goes,
Mine just stays in one place. So what's this? Does he have a button that
Button.
you can plug in?
yeah, it's electric. Yeah, it's pretty
Really?
good. My brother has one as well.
No way.
They're pretty cool. Like, the stand-up desks are great, especially for like working in the morning. Because you know when you walk in the morning and you're like this, you
Yeah.
like slump into your seat.
Yep.
Then you sit on a stand-up desk. You kind of you're moving
I
about a lot
fidget too
more.
much. Like I fidget already. Like I'm
Yeah.
such a fidgeter. So I always find it like in work, if I do any work standing up, I like end up like moonwalking.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
just doing weird. I imagine myself as like a cool break dancer from the waist down. I'm doing like
Yeah.
moves and all,
yeah.
and I'm like trying to work. But then I end up. The only problem is the desk that I work at doesn't really move up. So I just am
yeah.
like this, like this
Oh yeah,
position,
yeah.
and then I'm like standing up but still in this position. I'm like
Yeah.
I would rather just sit on a seat like this now. If I was working on this, I'd go and just lower myself right
So
down.
you're like this?
So like my head's like here,
Yeah.
like you know.
Health and safety people going, that's not great for your back, Mark.
Yeah, but I
Not
would
great
love a
at
wee
all.
stand-up desk. Like they look cool. They're all in.
I like that we've got a desk and that we're still sitting back.
Not using the desk. I'm
Yeah.
afraid to lean on it. To be fair.
Also, these, by the way, can we just address that the chairs that we sit on, all right, are children's high
Yeah.
chairs.
Yeah, they're real. There's
We
like,
call them the podcast chairs, and that makes it feel like it's justified.
but they
sitting on them.
only really support half of my back.
Yeah.
And when I say half, I mean this whole half of me is not on a
Yeah,
seat.
and like the seat bit of it is so small that
Yeah.
like I'm waiting for the seat to disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm full clenched just to stay on the seat the whole
Do you
time.
know what though? Leonardo DiCaprio did his best work in The Revenant when he was freezing cold.
True.
You know what I mean? So
True.
we're just.
He didn't have to deal with the high chair, did he?
I know, but
No.
we're just. You know what?
Here,
we're
look at our,
martyrs.
here's our desk.
Here's our
So we're there.
I feel like we
Anyway,
need to we cards.
yeah, yeah, and some heat, maybe some heat, any heat at all, because it's absolutely. I feel like that's every time I'm looking at you, all I can see is a cloud coming out of my mouth. So anyway, the London thing, give him a hard time. Say go. Anyway, I went over last weekend, hang out with him. We went to do some video stuff. We're working on a project,
Yeah.
working on a project in London, and London's interesting.
I've been in it a few
Wow.
times. Don't like it.
I mean, that sounds like I've never been to London before.
I know.
Oh my god, it's so big. There's so many people.
It's
No, I
so
mean like
busy.
to do Instagram stories because I have a habit of putting my phone down anywhere when I do a story. Put that
Yeah.
down and then just walk up to it. And when you get to London, there's people everywhere. So you put it down, it's like,
Stolen.
oh, that's gonna get nicked
That's
as I let go of
stolen.
it. But the other thing, and this is the bit that Ryan pointed out, which was really interesting. All right, I'll get back to it. I'll come round to it
Okay.
because we went into the London Underground, which in London they just call the Underground.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's like Chinese food. In China, they just call it food.
Yeah.
So when we walked up to the thing, we're like outside one of the stations, and I had the phone, and I was like, "Oh, we're just filming on a phone." And I said to Ryan, like, "I'm gonna do that," and then you walk into shot, and then I'm gonna time lapse up to you. It's like speed ramp into the
Yep.
ticket bit, and like us doing that, when we walked into the station, security was on us like that.
Really?
Yeah, guys, you can't film in here. And I was like, yeah, it's a phone.
Yeah.
And he was like, doesn't matter, you can't film in here. And then Ryan had already like beeped himself through, so he was on the other side of the little spinny
Yeah.
gates. And I was like, turnstile. And I was like, dude, it's just a phone, man. Don't worry about it, like, you know. And he was like, no, you're not allowed to film. And he was like, stop filming. And I was like, oh, for Christ! So I switched off. So me being me, I just walked up to the guy. Not
Did
in an offensive way, just in a, all right,
Just
man.
forgot my glasses.
Yeah.
You can't see.
Excuse me, are you in the shadows? I don't know what's going on here. So I just sort of like walked up to him and I was like, can you explain to me why I'm not allowed to film? And he was like, whoa, because obviously in London they just sort of pass each other.
Yeah.
So he's not used to people like carrying on conversations.
Oh,
like,
no human interaction.
No. So I walked up and he was like, oh, what? And I was like asked him why. And he was blah back and forth. And eventually he kept telling me it was because you're not allowed to film. And I was like, well, that's not really true though, is it? You know, because like London Underground have an official Instagram page. You know?
Yeah.
So like, if I can tag them on Instagram, I can take photos and film. Also, this is a public area and I'm paying to come in and regardless, that's not really true, is it? I mean, I can take photos on my phone. You're not really going to stop
So it's just
me.
they would prefer you not to?
Yeah.
Right.
But when I got down into it, what he said to me was it was for terrorism reasons. And I was like, all right. He was going, so he was like, basically, there was some incident apparently that happened in London last year. Okay. But apparently in one of them, there's some CCTV footage of some bro with his camera phone doing this.
Oh,
and he's scoping out the security cams.
Well, that makes sense.
Right? And I was like, or was he just doing loads of swish pans?
Sweet stories?
Because that's what I was doing. I was just like, whoosh, whoosh. But we were there for ages. And I was like, but if we were terrorists, we would have stealthed on through. And we would have looked mega sketchy. I was literally in like a squat ninja pose. Like
I suppose maybe like, yeah, well, is it the guy that's... Do you have to be worried about the guy that's stopped with his camera and he's dead intentional about what he's doing? Or do you have to worry about the guy that's like this?
Yeah. The
like
guy...
He's got a camera here.
The guy with the camera duct taped to his shoe.
Yeah.
Worry about that guy. Yeah?
That's twice we've talked about having cameras on shoes.
I know. It just feels like the stupidest thing to do with a camera.
Absolutely. But I think that's interesting. I just didn't like London because... What is that? I didn't like London because of the... See, like you're saying, like what I thought you were going to say was, like, is... You know, whenever you were stopping to do, right, Ryan, you come in here and we do this and this all happens, is there's 20 or 30 people just being like, could you move?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get out of the way.
As you stop.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wasn't really a fan of London. I enjoyed it. Like, enjoyed seeing it.
Just the way that's said. Hello, London. Not a fan.
Absolutely.
Not coming back.
Absolutely. You can count on Mark Hill never coming to London. I actually really like London. I think it's a really cool place. There's lots of interesting... I think you could
London, if you're listening, you'd like to work with Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think we've got to this stage where it's like, you need to maybe prove to me why you're such a big deal.
Yeah, you come to me, London.
No,
right?
Because I don't know who... Do they know who I am?
I know. I mean, okay, you've got your buses, right?
Yeah.
And you've got your flags and all that stuff. I got off one of the train stations. I said, all right, let's get a real token here. I got off at Big Ben. It was like Queen's University. Scaffold everywhere.
Really?
Like this.
But you're on the news with scaffolding every morning.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Don't watch the news, this guy.
Yeah.
Does not watch the news.
I met my brother there, so I would be like, I was over there for like 3 weeks.
Right.
And I met my brother a couple of times for like dinner, and he took me just to like a few interesting places. It was great, but just maneuvering around it is very difficult.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that Belfast has a real tendency to be small town syndrome.
Yeah.
Where like they imagine that they're really cultural, and they
Yeah.
imagine they're more cultural than what they actually are.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's something that's a nice quality about it. Like, you're able to set your camera down and someone just walks up and hands you, say, "Here, son, you drop that." As annoying as that is, where if in another big city, it's gone. Like, the minute, even if you flip the coin, like, heads or tails, you pick McDonald's, I pick Burger King. Where are we going? Not that we'll go to either, but you flip the coin, someone will steal it in the air. You know what I mean?
We're in Belfast, they'll catch it, give it to you, and then give you a leaflet about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Have a read of that.
And where he's going, Burger King? I've got a couple of vouchers. Yeah. Do you want...
He's a few weeks. I was going to give them to my grandson, but he's not actually here.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Where'd you park your car? Yeah. Just go.
Yeah. Park next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, London was rammed with that. So it was like, there was that, and then there was me and Ryan being terrorists. Because Ryan was like, maybe he's calling us tourisms. You know, tourists. Because tourists and terrorists sounds quite similar when you say it. Like, two of us were like, what the hell's going on? So we weren't allowed to film in the underground. And then I said to the guy, like, he was telling me about that, and I was like, oh, dude, thanks so much for the heads up. Because I get, like, really, really friendly to people in that. So I've turned, like, he's shouting at me, and I've turned around to be like...
He's your mate?
Yeah, so, like, for the first part of the conversation, he was a bit, like, affirmative, you know?
So have you talked to...
So then I said to him...
You've talked to him a few fist fights?
Yeah, I'm very good at that, yeah. Yeah, I'm not that I couldn't fight my way out of it. Definitely couldn't.
Especially when you do this.
Come on, lads, bring it on. So...
Put him up, see?
Wait, from the 1950s? Yep.
Yeah.
Wow,
You're going to get socked.
Wow. Bah! So,
As he has a punch bag right behind him.
Selling that punch bag, by the way. If anyone would like to buy a punch bag, you can look at my affiliate links below. Legit though, I got that punch bag like 8 years ago. Punched it like 5 times. Once without the gloves.
Hurt your
Have
hand?
you ever punched one of those punch bags without a glove? My knuckles. I was like, nah, not for me. Not for me. Hello, is that the gym? I'm bringing it back, guys. I don't need it. By the way, I've got this imaginary phone. It's always here. But anyway, your man didn't let us in, did all that sort of stuff. What time are we at? 26. And it got to the point where, like, he eventually swore in a good way. You know, that was like, we're bros now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, got to the point where I was like, no way. Someone did that with their phone. He was like, yeah. And I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, dude, I just don't want to see you guys getting fucking done for that. I was like, sweet, appreciate it. And he's like, okay, cool. And I was like, later, bro, can I just do a close-up of my hand on the ticket? Yeah, cool. I was like, beep. And then we just walked off. Carried on filming ourselves here somewhere. Yeah. No one else said a thing. And then, but then that idea was in my head. So that was really, the whole concept of terrorism was then suddenly drilled into my head.
Yeah.
And then we were outside and Ryan was like, this is so weird now. Because we would like put the phone down outside the tube station, just walk away from her. And then walk back. Mm-hmm. We were like, on CCTV camera, that looks like someone's put an object near a train station and just walked off. And I was like, shit. Mm-hmm. Like, we are so, like, that's not even a thing here. I wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Where they're like this, what's he done? I'm just doing an Insta story.
But I'm sure that happens, like, everywhere. There's things that, like, people do. It's like the first time you've seen a BMX guy, manual, like, down the flipping high street in Bangor, like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
You're like, he's just on his bike.
Yeah. He's just popping a wheelie.
Literally, a long wheelie.
A lot of that going on in London.
What?
Stacks of kids on, like, kind of some BMXers.
Well, this
some
is
guys
a new
on...
craze.
It's like a thing
everywhere.
It's like,
there's a guy who's, like, got sponsored by, like, Fila and stuff. He's, like, just wheelies.
And sometimes not even on, like, actual, like, appropriate bikes.
No.
Just on a Marin mountain bike.
Yeah.
Handlebars completely sideways.
Yeah.
One hand.
And then they do that thing with a slalom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's class.
It's nuts, like.
Jealous.
It's pretty mad. I was watching going, someone's going to hurt themselves.
I don't know about you, but they might be terrorists.
What are they doing there? Guys, you can't be doing that here. It's terrorism. True.
Ready on?
It's a tough subject, the whole thing, because you talk about, and even when we were talking about it on the tube, Ryan was like, stop saying that word.
No, because because it's that is difficult. Like, it's something I've never really thought about.
It's like now, for the love of, what? Trying to operate my own phone at the same time. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like now when someone says the word bomb in or near an airport. An airport.
Yeah,
if you're at an airport.
But because like you are, it's the thing that like when you're in an airport, it's one of the things you're going to think about. Yeah. Hope there's not a bomb in here.
You walk in like this, don't say bomb, don't say bomb, don't say bomb. And then it's just like,
whoa, that joke was the bomb.
Yeah, the bomb.
Pew, 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 pew. Sweet joke.
What's this, by the way? What is happening?
Oh yeah. Oh look, Burger King's in the airport. Pew, 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 pew. Sweet. Lit.
Oh my god. Talking about Burger King, did you see Casey's video?
Yeah, it was
said like we're friends.
There. I know, yeah.
He just catch Casey's video.
Did he phone you about it?
He just texted me the link. Yo, Dill, check out my new video.
Check out my new.
Did you see the Burger King video he did?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Really good.
That was really clever. Like,
just indirectly.
He's very good at that sort of stuff. And I watched that, I'm like, do you know what? Fair play.
It's always the things like that where I realise that how much of an influence he is. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes you just completely forget about when you're just watching somebody and, like, I've been watching a couple of things and getting involved, like, getting really, like, looking at the whole influencer thing and, like, where's it going, like, you know, and sometimes it's really toxic for no reason whatsoever. It's just down to a couple of idiots doing it wrong.
Yeah.
But whenever you're watching Casey and you realise, so, like, my friend was over in New York and he decided he was going to start making, like, films. So he bought himself, like, GoPro and stuff, and he's quite good at editing. In fact, he's got a video on his YouTube channel that has over 1 million views. And I was like, what?
What's it about, though?
It's a lyric video to a song, and he made this lyric video, and it's whatever, but it's got over 1 million views. But he was really into, like, making films. That's what his background is. And he said, I really want to get back into it. He was, like, he was talking about the like of this and what we were doing, and he's like, you know, I really want to start filming again. I'm going to start in New York. And he set himself a whole story, but when he went over there, I was like, well, I was joking around and calling him Casey because he was going to New York and he was going to start vlogging or whatever. And he said, it's really funny. You just see all these, like, dudes just on, like, electric skateboards with a camera out. Yeah. And I was like, no way. And he said, it's really scary to see the impact that he's had in you. Like, it's not, it's not like he's in like a youth club and he's wore a cool T-shirt and everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, I really like your T-shirt. And
Like
then
when we all bought Cartman T-shirts with the police glasses on.
yes,
And
or
it's
like
respect my authority.
yeah, or
And that
like
was a cool thing.
take me to your dealer poster.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah,
this
yeah.
kind of thing. It's not like that.
Was
Like
it that?
yeah, like it's New York City.
Yeah.
It's like it's massive, and
People
you
are walking
see
there.
yeah, like you see, but you see like massive amounts of like just kids that are totally influenced. So it's whenever he does like the Burger King one, you realize. Like, he's pulling up news articles where he's quoted.
Yeah.
And he's just blasting these out. And he's just like, it's just normal. But like, I just watched it and was like, wow, this guy
As
really
you're
is.
literally eating a Whopper. It really influences some decisions you make, don't you? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Like, that was the best bit where he's eating the burger out of the bin. I just thought it was really, really good.
Do you know what's so funny? As he did that, as he scraped it in the bin, I said to my wife, he's going to get backlash for that.
Absolutely.
And then boom, eat it. But what does this world come to that he has to eat out of his? I mean, eat out of his own bin
I know.
to prove a point.
He bought it. He can
because
do what he
someone
wants.
will be like, "Oh, you threw that burger in the bin. There's a kid in Afghanistan that hasn't eaten in a week."
Yeah.
And I go, "Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if I ate all the burger. I paid for the burger. I could throw it on my wall if I want." But
Exactly.
the point of it. But even me, I was like, I know my belief, and that happened. I was like, "Oh, we'll hit the backlash for that, Casey."
Yeah.
I ate every bit of that burger.
But then he did, because even he got the backlash for people not getting it was a joke. Like, it was just a joke, like what he was doing. Like, he's made a new video about. Have you seen the new
Oh,
one?
I haven't seen that. No.
Oh, he's made like
right.
a follow up to what actually Burger King have done. Remember he
right.
said, like,
I
could you
haven't
do
seen
this?
that. Yeah.
They're like donating to the two charities.
Yeah.
I'm in the video for you here, but
Yeah.
the two charities he supports, they donate $25,000 to
that's
each,
good.
and then people got.
25,000 Burger King, 25 grand.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Come on, lads. You know.
Casey Neistat and all his influence, like, they're bound to make more than 25 grand.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's still a nice gesture. But the thing was that they said that they don't draw attention to it. Like, don't publicize that we're donating this money. We want to do it completely anonymous. So please don't. Casey was like, but I'm obviously going to.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool
Cool
story.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
They donated money.
Yeah. So like,
Maybe
it
they
was,
donated more though.
maybe they did.
He was like this. I'll tell them 25
And
grand.
they did a thing where there's a link under Casey's video. So 2,000 of his subscribers get free Whopper meals, which is really good.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
but it just showed like the level of like it just reaffirmed like the level of influence that Casey has. Like,
Yeah.
even though there's all these new people like that have come on that he's working with and stuff. Like, did you see the thing he did? Did you see the one where he mentioned my name, the tennis player?
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
but
Yeah.
like that guy was on. I remember whenever I watched that video, it was only up online for like 2 hours, and that guy had 30,000
Yeah.
subscribers. And
What do you
then-
go to, like 140 in like a day or something?
Exactly. So like that, there's all these new guys doing it, and Casey still has that thing. It's even like when you listen to Cody, it's like Peter McKinnon. Cody Warner did a thing.
By the way,
with Peter
so many name drops going on
I
here.
know,
Like, there's
I
like, who else have we not mentioned here?
I know.
Becky and Chris, Sarah Dishi, John Hill,
Shane Dawson,
yeah, Dobrik.
Matt Diavella.
Yeah, just some other names.
Yeah,
People
that's-
we know.
Yeah, we don't.
Know of, by the way. Know of.
No of.
Yeah.
But like even Peter McKinnon, Cody Warner was saying on a thing that he went with. Peter McKinney did a video with him, and he ended up with 60,000 subscribers off the back of.
Yeah.
But although 12,000 left or whatever it was, I don't
Yeah.
know. But I suppose it's just like it's just the influence of those geezers, and it's mad, and that's what my friend was saying. It's okay when you see it on YouTube and you can appreciate like news articles about Casey Neistat because we're involved in watching those guys all the time. But when you're in New York.
Yeah.
And his missus maybe doesn't know who Casey Neistat is. Why are all these guys on electric skateboards with cameras?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because of this guy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And that's so funny because I literally did a story 2 days ago where I'm skateboarding down the street with a pair of sunglasses on. I was like,
Did you?
yeah. I was
Oh,
skateboarding
yeah.
around to my mom's or
Oh,
something.
like on a pennyboard?
On a longboard. I was like,
Oh, yeah. Of course you are.
and like, I'll do it, and someone will be, I'm like, well, yeah, and I'm like, well, Casey doesn't own skateboarding, but like, I would never have thought about skateboarding on an electric skateboard.
No.
Ever, if it
No.
wasn't for him. Like, if he hadn't done electric skateboards, I wouldn't be on.
I don't think
I was
Brewster
looking-
would even
I-
be a business if it wasn't for Casey
Yeah,
Neistat.
I can't imagine how they would have pushed that same thing. Like,
No.
use it as transport rather than
Absolutely.
fun for people with money. Like, now it's been like people who don't have, like, I don't really have the money to spend on a boosted board or a one wheel, but like, I was on the one wheel side 2 days ago, like, whew,
I know. I did it too.
thinking
'cause
like,
obviously,
so the big one, the X goes like
know.
17 miles. I'm like, I could literally go to work on that.
yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Because obviously we've had a conversation. I've been looking at like electric bikes and like other ways to get around that's not like dead impactful on my health.
Yeah.
And I looked at them and they're just so expensive. Like they're just so. But yeah, there you go. I just thought it was really interesting.
Well, how much is a glider to work every day? Yeah.
It's not even so much how much is the glider. It's like,
But
why
imagine
would you want to be on
But
it?
imagine if you worked that out. Like,
I know. It's like
it's like the glider from the centre.
it's £2.
£2 from the central thingy to my
not-
office. I was like, I'll just walk it, thanks.
It's £2 to get from like where I am. It's like £2 like 20, £2
Each
40.
way?
Yeah.
So you think they worked that out? Like a one wheel, like the Pro one wheel is like
No, but would you want to be?
1,500 quid.
Would you want to be like one wheeling it in like East Belfast, like down rush hour traffic? They're not. We're just not set up to
Have the right
on
flag.
on the bus lane on a one wheel. Go round.
With a beard.
Go round.
Just do a story. Hey
There's
guys,
like a
let's go.
glider behind you. This is how I'm saving money. I'm saving money. You're in the way.
You're ruining everything that we've done
Although
with the glider.
The glider saved my life the other day trying to get to work. Did you see my story about
Yes,
the fire?
I did. That's
Oh man,
ridiculous.
I've never been so happy to see a glider in my life.
Did you park the car and just hop on?
We just ended up abandoning the car at my mum's, and nothing to do with snow. I love driving in snow, but it was just the traffic. It was just crazy. So yeah, I ended up just like walking through. It's like I'm away for a hike. But the funny thing was, you're talking about like bringing the camera out in public. I'm normally okay with it, right? But there was a policeman. I went to film like the police and to show the roadblock, right? And as I turned round, I went to say, "Nope, I'm not going that way."
Yeah.
And the policeman was still here, but it was icy.
Yeah.
And I went, I kind of like slipped mid, and it was like,
You could have fallen onto your back and continued with the story.
See if I had
so I'm not going to go that way.
see if I had have like committed to it, it probably would have been funnier. But the policeman, as I did it, I kind of like went whoop, and then he was like, making sure no one's looking, and the policeman went, "You piece of dirt." It's like, God
That's
damn.
excellent.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I love it when there's a bit of crack from the peelers.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's like he's standing in the middle of the road, engulfed in smoke. By the
Yeah.
way, there was a building on fire right beside him. That's why he was engulfed in smoke.
Yeah.
And he was standing there directing traffic.
I wasn't
and-
just vaping in the street.
Yeah. yeah. Monday, eh?
Huge cloud.
Pew, 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 pew. But he was he's just like standing there engulfed in smoke on a Wednesday.
Oh
all
my
this
God.
traffic around him. He's like there was this person. No, but they were like driving up to him and doing this.
Was he standing in the road, like
He
directing
was
traffic, or was he
so,
just
like,
kicking back with
like
his vape?
he was. There's like this is the main road, and there's a wee road here and a road here, and they weren't allowed to go this way.
Okay. Yeah.
So he was saying, "No, go that way,"
Yeah.
and the people were like, and he just started going, "Go round! Would you just go?" He just started shouting at people, and then I trip and fall. You. It was like so good. But anyway, yeah, it was that was pretty funny.
That is I was sitting in a coffee shop the other day having a meeting with a person, obviously as opposed to like a goat or
Yeah.
an inanimate object, and these
Yourself,
two police
just a
officers
mirror.
walked up outside,
Mm-hmm.
and I just didn't recognize. I know one of the guys, but I didn't recognize him because of I didn't think anything. It was just the uniform. You just end
Yeah.
up seeing it. So he walked up and they stopped, and I was just like chatting. The window was right here, and then he banged on the glass. And as I looked, he was like this, "You stories."
Really?
And then I looked at him and I realized I knew the guy, but I just laughed, and then the guy next to me was like,
I know. It's not.
"What?"
It's
I was
different
like,
in
"Yeah,
this country.
It's quite funny, like when the police do that. Like
It
it's
is,
quite
yeah.
amusing." But yeah, I know what you mean about that influence thing. That influence thing is just like
It's getting very.
yeah,
Moving on. It's getting very. I think we're at a weird point with it where like it's because at the end of the day, the reason anyone sets out to do it, or it should be the reason you set out to do it, it's just because you enjoy it.
yeah.
If somebody wants to work with you off the back of that, then that's a bonus. But if you set out to be an influencer, at least what are you influencing? You know,
I don't understand. I don't understand
hate the
that,
term.
by the way.
hate
That setting out to be an influencer
I don't get it either.
because
It's the dream job. Like, I mean, it is the dream job. You literally get to
Well-
be yourself and get paid to do it. Like,
Well-
if you on paper, it's perfect.
But I think if, yeah, I don't know, because the word, like, say someone goes, "I'm an influencer," are you? Like,
No.
you purposely decide to be an influencer. I
Yeah.
think that's a weird way of saying it. I find that difficult because if influence, like, I get,
But
I
do you
do
find
get.
do you find it weird if someone was to say, so like kids now, like where if you were to say, "Oh, I want to be a YouTuber,"
I get YouTuber. That makes sense to me, because it's like you want to be a YouTuber, you want to make videos on YouTube.
but if someone said, "I want to be an Instagrammer,"
Yeah, I would be fine with Instagrammer as well. It's the word influencer.
Yeah, okay.
Because influencer for me, it's like if someone said to me, "I want to be a Nike rep,"
yeah,
or "I want to be a Nike influencer when I get older." Why? Because I really believe in Nike. And why I have chosen Nike, but I believe in this brand, and I want to influence people to why they should do. That's fine. But to say influencer, It's just an umbrella term.
There's-
It's
there's-
like, I just want to influence anyone to buy anything that I'm given for free.
Yeah, because it is
influence that, would you?
There
All
is
right.
like there's a real toxic
Sweet corn.
arrogance about it. Like where you think your life's good enough, where you think your life's better than someone's, where you can influence their decision. We're like, but surely should it not be just the thing that you love doing?
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that you love doing is you love it so much that, like you're saying, like, so if it could be anything. It could be, I really just love making pancakes.
Yeah.
Cool. We're a batter company and we'd really love to give you, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I can accept that.
exactly.
But it's like whenever someone does a flat lay for like spoons in their cereal, you're like,
Yeah.
are you a cereal connoisseur?
Unless you always ate cereal.
No,
I
but
just I think like, and I'm not knocking anybody working with brands because I think it's totally cool and it's amazing.
it's a perfectly feasible way to make a living.
Yeah,
and you
as
should.
long as you just keep your
Integrity.
yeah, exactly. I think it's like for like I do get some weird people. I've got some weird people reach out to me, not people, but like scenarios where someone's been like, "Hey, we'd love to send you this thing," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm alright, thanks," because that's completely irrelevant to
Yeah.
anything, and I don't feel right doing that. But if I'm working with a company that ties in with what I do,
Yep.
so like for example, lens companies or camera companies or things like that, or recently I've got some guys have contacted me and given me some sunglasses, and they didn't really ask for anything, but I'm really interested in the sunglasses, and when it comes out, when I show you why, but I'm like, I don't mind if it's like that's actually of genuine interest to the
Yeah.
person, and if you become a blogger or a video maker or Instagram or whatever that is on a topic, if you're about health or you're about food or well-being or camera gear or tech, and then you work with tech companies as a byproduct
Yeah.
of creating content you enjoy, fine. But the concept of going out to be an influencer, I want
Yeah.
to be an influencer. I'm like, what? An influence what? Anything? I
Yeah.
don't mind if it's like you have a plan with that, but I think that term influencer is such a weird, it's just a
Yeah.
weird term for someone to be like, I want to be an influencer, or are you an influencer? I'm like,
then it's-
yeah, we're all influencing
We
each
all
other.
because I mean at the end, I suppose, like it is
Social media influence is peer-to-peer influencing.
Yeah,
It's like me saying to you, yo, dude, I got those new shoes. And you're like, oh, they're actually pretty cool. And then you're
Or
like,
like,
go and
but-
have a look. That's me influencing you. But I'm not like, yo, I'm an influencer.
Yeah, it's such a like a difficult one to sort of navigate because like I have worked with people and I have had people that wanted to work with me that I won't do. Like I mean, I can just, there's one now that's talking to me and it's all to do with beard oils.
Why?
And I have no idea. They just keep coming at me. But like I've done stuff in the past with beer companies and because it's very obvious, like, and that's all I wanted to do at the very very start was just take photos, and then I took a photo of me with a beard and it got traction, and I just like kept doing it and I kind of enjoyed it, but it was no like, it sounds very vain, but it is. There was no real agenda. Like
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, that's
I didn't
exactly
set
it,
out
yeah.
with an agenda of
Yeah.
like
Didn't
sweet,
grow a beard. So
I
you could
really
get free
want to
shit.
be like Ricky Hall. I want to be like, all I did was look at Ricky Hall and thought, I like that look. I really would like tattoos up my neck. And it was just because, I fancy tattoos up my neck. Look for people with tattoos up their neck. What tattoos have they got? There was, but like a beer company have reached out to me, and they're New York. They're from New York. Their stuff looks amazing. The whole marketing looks brilliant. The way they emailed me was so brilliant,
Yeah.
and they've obviously done their homework. But they're New York. If I recommend people to buy stuff that's in New York, there's a lot of people's going to have to pay a lot of shipping for
Yeah,
beard
yeah,
oil,
yeah.
and I'm just like, that's just not fair.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. It's gonna
Yeah, but because you got a beard, I mean, in the world being so, like online and so much shopping being on, people buy stuff in the States all the time. I don't think that's a
Yeah.
huge issue. I know what you mean.
no, but it's something like
But,
I have to give.
If
I'm
they
gi-
were just a shop in New York,
Yeah.
unless they flew you out there to do stuff for
But
them.
this is the thing. So they wanted to do stuff with me, but they didn't. I was like, well, can you at least send me stuff so I can see what it's like? They didn't. I'm like, no. I'm
Yeah.
not just.
Yeah.
but I know this might work for other people where they're like, they'll blindly sell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to know that I like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've done stuff with other brands and I'm still using their stuff before I'll even post a story about it.
Yeah. And I don't actually like. I think what's weirder, like, so I find that it's just that term,
Yeah,
influencer.
it's-
Like that is a weird term.
And it's going to
But-
end up going really bad. I think people's just going to get really like,
And
no.
now it's got to this point where everyone feels like they need to explain themselves. Hey guys, I'm working on this thing. It's an ad, and it's like done in a really weird way. But I'm like, I just feel if you're having to over-explain that this is an ad, then there's a reason why you do. Like for example, those guys, Lemuro, that I do the lenses with.
Yeah.
I bought the lenses.
Yeah.
Like I bought my lenses from them with my own money. Then I think I bought one or two, had a problem with the case, and the guy was like, I'll send you a new case for free. So I'm like, that's cool. But that's because I broke a case. But like that's a relationship where I'm quite happy to promote those guys. But I bought my stuff.
Yeah.
But if they give me a case, or they give me a lens, or they give me something, that all ties in with what I'm doing. And it's like, that's kind of legit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
difficult.
but if I suddenly, out of nowhere, had some random thing, if I suddenly rocked up to you, I'm just looking at my protein shaker. If I suddenly rocked up to you with a protein shaker, right?
Yeah.
Just drinking out of my protein. Is that a brand? My Protein?
I don't know.
My Protein shaker. By the way, you can get My Protein shakers by using Dill's code.
Yeah.
Dill Protein 46. And like, by the way, this isn't a hashtag ad because you've never seen me with a protein shaker ever.
Yeah.
And I just like I don't use them. It's like that's like it's a free for something.
It is really difficult, and I mean, like, for definitely there is a way of making an income for doing something that you do for fun, and there is a sort of like there's a flattery about it. Like, it is nice when a company approaches you. I like when a company approaches you and they want to do something legitimately, and it's like they have thought it out. They're just not like, would you just hawk our shit, please?
Yeah.
You know, and there is that, because then that's what it feels like to be a viewer of that content. It's like you're just anything that's lying around. It's like me coming in there and going, can I borrow them golf? I'm just going to sell them online. Like, you know, it is literally what you did with your punch bag for a joke.
Yeah,
it's like, I want to sell this.
Yeah.
By the way, can someone please buy it? It's that mentality. And I think people are just going to get to a stage where it's like, they're numb to it and are like, go away.
Yeah.
And what then? And I just think there needs to be a level of ownership, because it's going to get ruined. And then it all goes away.
Yeah.
And it becomes so toxic, nobody wants to be involved with it.
Yeah.
And where if everyone was a wee bit more savvy, like you're saying, and just stuck to what they do and just not sell anything.
Yeah.
We've got these really sweet doorstops. We really think, I'll use my code for doorstops. And then it's like, it just becomes...
Do you actually have doors like that? Because
yeah.
that door is swinging
But,
out.
you know, people have seen me use a door.
Oh, yeah, dude. You always use doors.
Hashtag out. But like, I think like you just have to have, I don't know, just ownership of it. I think like I don't know, it's been really riding me lately.
Like if I watch a YouTube video and someone's like, if I'm watching a YouTube video about camera lenses and someone's like, hey guys, so I've got these five camera lenses, and say they own four camera lenses, people now feel the need to go like, hey guys, so I've got my four camera lenses here. This is all for the Canon. By the way, Canon have not sponsored me to do this.
I know.
I own these. I'm like, that's cool, bro.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And even if
come
it
on
is,
here to watch a video. Like,
just do
it's
what
all right.
is it the Michelix? They just are really honest. They write it in the title. Ad.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or just say, like, I don't get this, right? So say, for example, and this is weird because I don't do this stuff a lot. So I find this, someone gets, okay, so this is what I find weird. Somebody gets given something, all right? And they go, hey guys, I've got this thing. By the way, this is a sponsored post. These guys gave me this thing to do, right? And then they talk about it. I'm like, the fact that you need to say this is an ad or this is a sponsored post is, I find odd. Or if you say, I spoke to this company, they gave me this stuff. Like, just make that. If I came up to you, all right. So say for example, I was walking through Belfast, went into the Vans store, was in there, and the Vans guy was like, "Yo, dude, prime example. There you go. There's a set of Vans socks for free, right?" And I walk out and I see you in the street. I'm like, "Yo, dude, check these Vans socks out. I was in the Vans shop and the bro just gave me these socks. How cool is that?" You'd be like, "Sweet." I didn't go, "Yo, Mark, I was in the Vans shop. By the way, hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. These guys gave me, you know, I got these free socks. By the way, this is sponsored by the thing because they gave me the free." I don't feel the need to do that to you.
Yeah.
Because the comment, I'm telling you, you get that I didn't buy them because I'm like, I was in the app.
And this dude gave me it.
Yeah, I was in that shop and they just gave me this stuff for free. How cool is that? Like, why can't we just say that? Hey guys, welcome back. This company reached out and gave me this stuff for free. I'm gonna tell you what I think about it.
That's why
But then just be legit. This is shit.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
exactly.
shit.
But
I
that's
put it
why
on my face.
That's
or
why
I screwed it on my camera and everything broke.
I think you do the same as me though. I feel a lot more comfortable if like a company reaches out and be like, "We'd love to send you whatever it is," and I'm always like, I always just go, "Yeah, cool."
Yeah.
Like if there's no agenda.
Yeah.
So then if they go, "Oh, we didn't see it in your story," oh, you didn't say that right at the very start. Yes, just give me something. Because if somebody walked up to me and went, "Do you want tires for your car?" I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Thanks."
Yeah. Hashtag Firestone, hashtag ad.
No, but do you know what I mean? I don't like then have to. Then they don't phone me up and go, "Do you know what I give you those tires? Could you come around and paint my wall?" Like there's no. I'd be like, no. If you'd have said that at the start, so I like when a company's just like, you do what you gotta do, and I actually feel like I would make more stuff. So I did it with like the candle. They just sent. I think they sent out the candle. I was like, they just
Field day.
It just arrived at my door. It didn't like they didn't
ask for anything.
They didn't ask for anything. They didn't say anything. It just arrived at my door, and then I was like, and then it inspired me to make a story, and that was what I like. I like working with something that makes me want to create something. Like it sparks something that I can kind of use to make a story or make something funny with.
Yeah.
But I find it really hard whenever it becomes very transactional.
Yeah, for me it's quite different because of the nature of what I do. Because I do creative work like for a living. So I'm normally not in that sphere of I don't get a lot of brands going, can we give you stuff, unless it's very relevant. I normally reach out to a brand and be like, I'd like to work with you on something. So I like to give them something and they give me, and that's kind of how I was. So I don't really, to be honest, get a lot of brands going, hey, do you want to do that? Every now and then someone will send me something.
But then if you say in your stories that you're working with out there,
I'm normally working with them. Yeah,
but that's hashtag ad ads.
Oh yeah, hashtag sponsored. Yeah, so I'm normally working with that company on something. So like, again, I'm just like, I'm working with this company doing this. But that's normally, so it's slightly different for me, I guess. So it must be difficult for people who get given a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
now for any YouTubers that do review stuff, and I picked a good on the beauty thing here because they do a lot of that. But like they now are being given stuff where before it was like, give it to people to talk about on their channel.
Yeah.
But the problem is people started giving bias remarks, and that's where it all went down the pan.
That's where it's almost like they've been paid to say something nice, and I think that's where people are like, no, that's not really fair.
Yeah.
Like, that's why like Top Gear and stuff was good, because they could get the latest Ferrari. It's unbelievable, like unrealistic cars, but they could get the latest car, and Jeremy Clarkson would turn a new one. But that's the risk they took by giving it to Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing where that's okay. Like you're watching a show where Bugatti have paid to get their car on Top Gear.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, it's whenever a person does it on Instagram, it's like it's that's toxic.
Yeah.
But it's because of how they're delivering it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's a wee bit cloak and dagger, and I think just people need to be a bit more. I don't know. People just need to be a bit more honest with the whole thing. I think, and just have a bit of integrity from the influencer side, but also from businesses. It's just accept what it is. Either give it to the person because they're just going to review it, or they have an audience that's interested. Just don't reach out to anybody to say, look for the number, want to sell our stuff just because you've got numbers, So I think
and on that, like I think that's the whole thing. I'm just conscious of the time here. On that, we just want to give a shout out to Top Down Tables Portadown, who sponsored the table today for us for the podcast. If you'd like to get these tables, you can go to Top Down Tables in Portadown and use code MarkDillTable46. Yeah, free cable ties here from the Cable Tie Company.
Use code Butthole and
Butthole Bro Dog, and all of that's a load of bullshit. This is a piece of wood that's lying in my garage. Yeah. I've been Mark. No, I haven't. Not Mark. I've been Dylan.
I'm Mark.
And thanks very much for watching.
Yeah.
Sponsored Dad.
I say really quickly, seeing we did that walking through Belfast thing, we were the wrong way around. Someone pointed out.
Seriously.
I was on this side. It's like, it's the wrong. It was a player with people's brains.
It did mess their heads. We'll switch it next time.
I'll just leave it.
But anyway.